Hi, my name is Beth Fisher, and I am the founder of the Betrayal Trauma Healing Method. And today I want to talk about trust. Now, I'm going to talk about trust in a context that you are probably not familiar with talking about. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory first, though. After I found out about my husband's affairs, one of the first things I did after, spending countless hours on the internet, I paid for a class, and it was a class that was about learning how to trust after betrayal. And it was expensive. I'm going to tell you flat out, it was almost $1,000 for this class, and it was like 8 weeks long. And very quickly into this class, I realized that I like didn't belong, and I didn't know why. I just knew that all of these exercises and lessons that we were listening to, they just didn't fit. They didn't feel right. Now, I know today why they didn't feel right, but I didn't understand it back then. And the reason is because that in the betrayal world, we have trust out of order, okay? We all go to the betrayed partner needing to learn to trust the unfaithful partner again, right? The unfaithful partner said they're sorry. They promised they would never do it again, and now we just have to learn to trust. Well, I didn't even understand that concept, right? Because it was like this person just blew up my world. I just found out that every day of my marriage had some secret in it, every single day of my marriage, and I'm just supposed to like trust because he said he's sorry and, let's move on. Well, it's not the right order. See, the unfaithful partner is the one who never trusted the betrayed. This is the context that people don't talk about in the betrayal world. You see, when we think about trust, we really think about it in a very surface level context. We think about it in terms of fidelity, right? So when I first meet an unfaithful partner, and I ask, him or her, like, do you trust your spouse? They all say yes. Every one of them says yes. I think I had one time that said no, but most of them will say yes, they do. And I'll say, okay, that's great. You trust your spouse. That's awesome. I said, so you tell your spouse everything, even your fears, even your insecurities. You share your emotions with them. You talk about your past. Does your partner know the whole story, the whole truth, all those details that you think you're going to take to the grave? Ah, no. So they don't trust. And it's actually a common denominator with unfaithful partners. They don't trust. You see, the opposite of trust is lying, if you think about it, right? If I don't trust you, then I'm going to either lie to you or keep information from you, right? They're kind of the opposite sides of the same coin. So trust begins with the unfaithful partner learning how to trust the betrayed partner with all of those deep things, not just my partner will never cheat on me. No, trust is so much deeper than that. But I want to back it up even more because the unfaithful partner is not going to trust the betrayed partner until the unfaithful partner learns how to trust him or herself first. Let that sink in. The unfaithful partner has to become trustworthy within themselves first before they're ever going to trust or be trustworthy to another person. So let's look at this, okay? So in the betrayal world, we have betrayed partners that need to learn to trust the unfaithful. Well, the unfaithful partner doesn't trust the betrayed. The unfaithful partner doesn't even trust themselves. So we're telling a betrayed partner to trust somebody that doesn't even trust themselves? Come on, right? That doesn't even make sense. What are we doing? What are we telling these betrayed partners out there? So let's go back to the unfaithful partner needing to learn how to trust themselves. Okay. How do we do that? Well, very simple. Well, the words are simple, the actions are harder, but this is what it is. Do what you say you're going to do, period. If we, every single human being, if we all do what we say we're going to do, we become trustworthy within ourselves. If we don't, then we're lying to ourselves. If I say I'm gonna, I want to become healthier, so I'm not gonna eat fast food for 2 weeks. I'm just gonna eat salads. I'm gonna cook at home. Blah blah blah. And then 3 days later, you're in a McDonald's drive-through. Okay, you lied to yourself, right? You lied to yourself. You made a decision to go against something that you said you were going to do, or in this case, not do. Don't go to fast food places. Those small things add up. So if you do that week after week after week, you say you're going to do something, but you don't follow through, you're not trustworthy within yourself. So we either need to be way more generous with what we say we're going to do, or we just need to do what we say we're going to do. If I want to become healthier and I say I am not going to eat fast food for a month, okay, maybe change it to a week and see how you do. Can you get through 1 week? If you can, then you're trustworthy. And then you do another week. Don't come up with these big, huge goals. I'm going to eat healthy for the rest of the year because, chances are you're not. So that's why we want to do small chunks so that we tell the truth to ourselves. Now let's get back to the betrayal context. Unfaithful partners who say they're going to do things but don't are not trustworthy within themselves. I have it all the time, right? Where unfaithful partners will say, I'm going to initiate conversations twice a week with my spouse, the betrayed partner, but then they don't do it. Well, guess what? They're not trustworthy within themselves. They didn't follow through. They said, another example, an unfaithful partner says, I'm going to give my spouse my itinerary when I travel. And then they don't follow through. Well, guess what? They're not trustworthy within themselves. So, and now this applies to the betrayed partners as well. The betrayed partners need to become trustworthy within themselves, right? If I say I'm going to spend 30 minutes a week journaling, I need to follow through with that. If I don't, then I'm not trustworthy within myself. So, this whole concept of trust, I hope you see that it's way, way, way bigger or deeper or wider, however you want to look at it, than just my partner's not going to hurt me again. My partner's not going to cheat on me. So, this is the correct order. Each person individually needs to do what they say they're going to do. They need to become trustworthy within themselves first. Once they do that, then the unfaithful partner needs to learn to trust the betrayed partner. And I mean deep trust. Then and only then will the betrayed partner begin, and I do that on purpose because it takes a while, to trust the unfaithful. It is not going to happen in any other order. So I hope this video on trust helps you. Once again, I am Beth Fisher, the founder of the Betrayal Trauma Healing Method. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. And if there's anything we can do to help you on your journey, please reach out.